What can you tell us about today?
Okay, about 12:46 p.m. today, deputies from the Smith County Sheriff's Office were dispatched to our location we're at here now regarding a business from Lindale that called in and said that a former employee that had just been terminated was supposedly going to his residence to get a firearm and come back and do them harm. Deputies responded rather quickly. One deputy remembered seeing the vehicle fitting that person's description as he was approaching the business. He turned around and goes to the location we're at here and saw the vehicle here as well. He and another deputy enter the residence, at which time they saw the person they was looking for who turned around in the hallway with that firearm. At that time, deputies responded in kind and fired several shots, and the subject went down. Ambulance was called and obviously called for further assistance.
What is the status of the person who was shot?
The person who was shot is Jonathan Layton. He was born in 1984. He's from this address here in the 13,200 block of County Road 4109 near Lindale, but it's out in an unincorporated part of the county. He is deceased upon arrival at the Christus Trinity Mother Francis, Lindale.
Can you confirm the spelling of his name, please?
All I know is what I was told, and I spelled it on my own. So,
okay.
Jonathan, I just spelled it Jonathan, Layton, Layton. It could be Leyton. I'm not sure about the
And what was the
proper
date of birth again?
All I have is a year. He's born in '84.
Okay.
Do you know if he has any kind of record?
That's unknown at this time. I knew he lived in the residence here where we're located with his mom, and I believe maybe another brother lives there as well. And that's all we know at this point.
He was dead upon arrival to where? To the hospital?
Christus Trinity Mother Francis Hospital, the emergency room here in Lindale. Not the one in the downtown campus, but the one here near Lindale.
So, two officers, what is their status right now?
They're still here on scene. I've talked to both of them. Both of them are unharmed. Only one officer shot. There was no need for the other one to shoot. Shot at least 3 times that I know of. And he went down, and again, he was transported by ambulance to the Christus Trinity Mother Francis Hospital and here in Lindale, and where they pronounced him deceased.
Do you know what kind of firearm Jonathan had on him?
I don't have a clue. A pistol.
A pistol?
Mm-hmm. Do you know how they got access to the house?
I don't know, Alan, how they got access to the house. I'm sure they went in knowing he was in there getting a firearm very cautiously, but he was met in the hallway, and as he was turning in the hallway with the pistol in his hand is when he got shot.
Did he get a shot off?
No, not to my knowledge.
And so you said that he was coming to pick up a firearm to go back to
He told his former employer, where he'd just been terminated recently, that he had something at his house that he could take care of this situation with, which the person determined that he was talking about a firearm.
And that's when
obviously he was.
And that's when he called law enforcement?
Yes. Well, law enforcement had been called before he got there to the location because he had just been terminated and he had threatened the business owner, I believe. And then he went there, threatened him in person, comes here to get the firearm. The deputy met him the first time, didn't know who he was when he was responding to the original scene in downtown Lindale. And then the deputy turns around and sees the same vehicle here at the address. They enter the residence, and that's when everything happened. It happened rather quickly. It was just a matter of, I think, they arrived, let's see, got the times here, I believe, at 1:08 and at 1:12, shots fired.
Do we know the name of the business?
I'm not going to give the name of the business at this time.
Okay, so I think I'm confused. They met in downtown Lindale originally is where they found him?
No. Everything I said to start with is 100% accurate. The deputy first responded to his place of employment where he was terminated from to talk to the owner there. That's when the guy had just left there and said, I have something to take care of this situation. They took it to mean he's coming to get a firearm at his residence. The deputies respond then to the residence when they go in, make entry into the residence, he turns around in the hallway with a pistol, and they don't wait for him to turn all the way around. It's obvious what he was trying to do.
I understand. Was there anyone else in the home at the time?
The mother and I believe a brother are there now. Whether or not they were there at the time or not, I believe they were, but I'm not positive.
And so who's going to be handling the investigation? Will your office continue doing that?
No. Our crime scene will probably assist the Texas Rangers, but as is our protocol, any officer involved shooting is handled by the Texas Rangers. Again, any shooting we have that's involved our employees, and they many times will use our crime scene personnel along with their other people to assist.
Now, will the names of the deputies be released, or will that be withheld this time?
Not today.
What is the status of their employment at this time?
They're fully employed. Will remain employed. They did it by the book. Did what had to be done, not what anybody wants to do, obviously. But when they needed to do it, they practiced what they were trained to do, and they probably saved some lives by doing so.
So where do we go from here? What we all?
What we'll do, Alan, is as we always do, the deputies, even though both of them didn't shoot, will be put on leave for a few days to have the time to consult with some assistance counseling, which we pretty much require before they return back to duty. The Rangers will be interviewing them as well, and that will happen today. They both talked to their TMPA attorneys. That's going on as we speak. So everything's happening just like it does on any officer-involved shooting. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Anything else you want to add about all this?
Nothing I can think of, unless y'all can think of something to ask me.
How long
Did
do you
y'all
expect?
get any assistance from anybody besides the Rangers?
Oh, yes. We had assistance in the very initial call from from Lindale PD and the Smith County Precinct 5 Constable's Office.
How long do you expect the scene to be set up?
They'll do the crime scene, they'll run a scanner over it, they'll be out here for several hours.
Will this road remain blocked off
No.
until then?
No.
For anybody that lives on this road, how should they go about accessing it?
We're still allowing them through, and they know ways to get, they're coming through on the other road up there.